Alright, so we're doing a video viewer request for MarkMatt1 on YouTube. He requested me to do a little care sheet video on a veiled chameleon, Chameleon calaptratus. Sorry if I slaughtered the Latin name or whatever it's called, scientific. Okay, first things first, I think the most important thing and the most questionable thing as far as chameleons goes has got to be the water. A lot of people don't know how to feed water chameleons. I personally use a little dripper and works great. I've actually seen my chameleon go up to the dripper. You can actually see it on right now. There it is. And that's about the speed you want it to drip. Maybe a little bit faster. But that's actually a good speed. Mainly because when you chameleons actually don't recognize standing water. So that's another important thing. If you just put a water dish out there, they're not going to recognize it. They're just going to see the bottom of the water dish and not know there's actually water there. And they won't drink from it. There has been some cases where people are able to train their chameleon to drink out of standing water, but that's very, very rare, and I would not recommend that at all. Also, some people think, okay, well, they're gonna go to the pet store, and a lot of the pet store people, I give them some credit for selling the animals, but I don't give them any credit because they often try to sell you things that you really don't need for your chameleon. Let's see. The lighting is another very important thing. If you can see here, I have a UVB and a UVA and just a regular old light bulb there in the back. It's actually right now I'm using Exoterra 2.0 and a 10.0. This is a 10.0, that's why it's kind of bluish. The 10.0 is because it's going through the screen a lot, and also because it helps last longer and it penetrates deeper down here to where the chameleon is at more often. I have lots of vines in here so you can climb and chill on. I have a digital thermometer hooked up. I have back there, I don't know if you can see, right here there's a hydrometer that tells you the humidity or whatever. And the plants that are recommended are let's see, what else? The plants are recommended as a hibiscus, if you can. It's a regular old hibiscus. And it also I forgot what this one's called right now. I'll put it in the comments. But yeah, this is also a good plant. The only thing is it's kind of like if the leaf pops off, it creates like a milky white substance that can be mildly toxic to the chameleon. It's actually been blamed on some deaths, but I wouldn't go that far. Also, pothos, golden pothos. These are also really good for your chameleon. They don't mind. They're not like really, really good. I'm not saying like, yeah, they're great. I'm just saying that it's okay to have them in here. They're not gonna hurt your chameleon. Everything in here, as far as plants, is edible, and it won't hurt the chameleon. The only thing that I do worry about sometimes is the leaves. If they should break off and it gets on his eye, that white, milky white stuff, that would cause some problems, and I'd have to take care of that. But I'm always checking on him and making sure he's okay, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's see. Oh, back to the lighting. I'm going to be switching lights here pretty soon. About 6 months. Every 6 months, you want to change lights. I'm going to change to a 5.0 UVB bulb, 18 inch. Actually, I think I'm going to get a 24 inch Zoomed 5.0, just so it can go all the way across. And actually, if you'll see here, I have like a foil thing here. What it does is it acts like a reflector, and it actually reflects a lot of the otherwise lost UVB that goes straight up, reflects it back down, so it actually helps out a lot. What else? You want to have lots of vines. You want to always clean your cage like on a daily basis. Yeah, I know some people it can be really hard, at least every other day, I would say. You want to pick up poop out of the cage, like see right there. There's a poop. Also, when you're checking your Chameleon's poo, you'll notice that there are some white things on there. The white things are actually, excuse me. The white things are actually the urate. Here, let me see if I can get a piece right here. Oh yeah, okay, there you go. Okay, let's do a urate sample here. Yeah, see the little bit of yellow in there? That means at the time he made this is the urate. This is basically the urine. When he made this poop, he was a little dehydrated. So that means you just want to make sure that he's watered more. Actually, the reason he was like that was because I went on a vacation and the water ran out for some reason. I guess I opened the valve too much, but I was only gone for like a day or two, so he's okay. He's okay now. This is a male. He's way back here. I don't know. If you're gonna buy a Chameleon, I strongly suggest that you do not just buy it on impulse. You gotta do your research, watch videos like this. If you're watching this video, then you know that's a great thing already. There's also ChameleonForums.com. That's a good place to check out your stuff, because they have a lot of good members there that know what they're talking about. Experts. They've been keeping chameleons there for decades, and they know what they're talking about. So take advice. Don't take it personally if they tell you anything. They're just looking out for the best. Also, this is a feeder cup. This feeder cup is so I have this so crickets can get through here. So I put the feeder cup here, and the crickets don't get out. Yeah, and he eats them, and he knows they're always there. Okay, since we're running out of time here, these are some things you gotta have for your Chameleon. You don't have to necessarily have this. I just use this to feed my crickets because it's easier, and this is their dry diet. I also feed them like vegetables, like kale, romaine lettuce, what else? Spinach, stuff like that, collard greens. Those are some good things you want to feed to your crickets to gut load them. When somebody says gut load, that's what they're referring to. For water, I use this cricket quencher. They have something by Fluckers called orange cubes, or I don't know what it's called, but don't use it. It sucks. It's like a food and water mix, and I've tried it, and my crickets just don't eat them at all. This is also what you want to have. You want to have some Repcal vitamin with D3. Okay, D3 helps them, you know, process that calcium, and it's also really good for them. Herptovite. This is a multivitamin. I give it to them about once a month. Let's see, and calcium without D3. This is I give every other feeding, and I give this also about